What's happening, everyone? Happy Monday. I hope your week is off to a fantastic start, and welcome to another edition of the Robert Ford Sports Minute here in the studio here in Las Vegas, ready to talk some sports. Just as a quick reminder, if you want to see this video in its entirety, my Facebook actual page, my Instagram page, Robert Ford Sports Minute, TikTok page, go and check them out if you want to see this. I'm going to be talking some NFL at the latter part of the clip, but I want to start with baseball. We're in the middle of pennant races. This is the last week of the regular season. Each team has 6 games left. The last day of the season is this Sunday. Playoff starts next Tuesday. So definitely an exciting time for baseball. And let's talk about these Seattle Mariners. They just swept the Houston Astros, right? They now have a 3-game lead in the AL West. Looks like they're going to win the division, and they will be a problem come playoff time because they got elite pitching, both starting and bullpen. You got a good lineup. Cal Raleigh leads the majors in home runs, right? Then you got Randy Rosarina, J.P. Crawford. They just got a heck of a lineup on that ball club. Julio Rodriguez as well, right? So they are loaded. They got a chance to make a run come playoff time, right? And then also the Toronto Blue Jays clinched the playoff spot, right? They're still trying to win a division. They got a 2-game lead over the Yankees. So let's see what happens. The Blue Jays are hosting the Red Sox this week. I think they'll win at least 2 out of 3 over the Red Sox. Some other good series this week. The Mets battling for a wild card. Look like the Cubs are definitely going to be in as a wild card. I think they take 2 out of 3 against the Mets, and that might hurt the Mets' chances of getting to the playoffs because the Reds and the Diamondbacks are on their heels. And speaking of the Diamondbacks, they're hosting the Dodgers this week. I like the Dodgers on the road. I think the Dodgers win at least 2 out of 3 in that one. The Tigers at the Guardians. The Guardians is the hottest team in baseball right now, right? They're only like a game and a half or 2 games behind the Tigers right now. They got a chance to come back and steal this division from the Tigers. They swept the Tigers last week. I think they win 2 out of 3 against the Tigers. I think the Tigers take game 1 tomorrow because Scooble's on the mound. Even though Guardians beat Scooble on last week, I don't think they'll beat him 2 weeks in a row, but I still like the Guardians to take that series. WNBA playoffs, we're in the semifinals. And the Indiana Fever, man, they have been a surprise of the playoffs. They don't have Caitlin Clark. They're in the semifinals, took game 1 here in Las Vegas against the Las Vegas Aces. I still like the Aces. I just think maybe they were celebrating Asia Wilson's MVP. I still think they're going to win this series and make it to the WNBA Finals against the Minnesota Lynx. I still like the Lynx to win it all. Lynx took game 1 against the Phoenix Mercury. NFL, man, a lot of craziness on yesterday, right? Green Bay losing on the road to Cleveland. Cleveland's defense has been outstanding this season. I mean, they held Joe Burrow and that Bengals offense like 7 yards in the second half in the first game. They contained the Packers, got a key interception at the end of that game as well. Stole that game after being down 10-0 for most of the game. Beat the Packers 13-10. This Cleveland team may not be great offensively, but they might have one of the best defenses in the league with Myles Garrett, and he is an elite pass rusher as well as a run stuffer on that defensive line. And first-round pick Mason Graham from Michigan has been playing outstanding. Huge win for them. The Chiefs got their first win of the season over the Giants on last night. Mahomes made a lot of Mahomes-esque like plays, particularly in the second half, for them to win that game, right? So big win for them on the road. And we'll see what happens with the Giants right now. Looks like they're tweetering between starting Jackson Dart this week or staying with Russell Wilson. So let's stay tuned to see that. The Bengals they got whipped up and down the field. My Saints got whipped up and down the field. The Falcons got whipped up and down the field. The Bears gave the Cowboys a whipping. Cowboys don't have any defense, right? So a lot of things happened yesterday. The Vikings put up 48. Seattle put up 44. Seattle did it with a backup quarterback and Carson Wentz. The defense had a couple of touchdowns as well. Big win for the Vikings in response to that. So that's kind of like your week 3 in a nutshell. But we got one more game tonight, Monday Night Football. I'm picking the Ravens over the Lions in Baltimore tonight. I think it's going to be a good football game. I think it's going to be a close one, too. I'm going to go 27-23 Baltimore. I think we see more offensive fireworks in this game than we thought we would. Well, you got Lamar Jackson on the field, Derrick Henry on the field, Zay Flowers. Then you throw in Detroit with all the weapons that they have as well. Jameson Williams Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff. I think it's going to be a heck of a football game. I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter to see who can get a stop. And I think the Ravens will be the team that can get that stop at the end of the game. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in on a Monday here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be successful, everyone.